Our next story is one that we'd like to point out is being brought to us by the Chinese government mouthpiece Global Times. They're claiming that a Chinese convoy of engineers was actually attacked in Pakistan. This is near a police station. The convoy of 3 SUVs and a van, all bulletproof, carried 23 different Chinese personnel. An IED exploded during the attack and the van was shot at, creating cracks in the glass. That's the slice of news that we have with us right now. Again, this is a Chinese convoy of engineers that was allegedly attacked. This took place near the Gwadar police station in Pakistan. My colleague Abhishek is with us. This is an incident that actually took place, if you are to go by what the Global Times has to say, it took place earlier today. Abhishek, I just want to understand two things from you. The Global Times has also put out a video of this attack, but has there been any confirmation from Pakistani authorities as to what has happened?
We have seen some, journalists from Pakistan who are quoting government sources that they have acknowledged the fact that there has been an attack on a Chinese convoy which had 7 vehicles and about 23 engineers of Chinese companies were traveling in that convoy. The vehicles were bulletproof, so apparently there had not been any major, injuries or casualties among the Chinese engineers. But then there are conflicting reports that says that Baloch Liberation Army, they have taken responsibility for this attack, and while 2 militants from the Baloch BLA have been killed, they are claiming that there have been several casualties and injuries in the convoy also, and some Pakistani security forces personnel, they have also been targeted in this attack. But these are conflicting reports. It has been just few hours since that attack has happened, so we don't know yet. While the Pakistan government has maintained that there was this anti-military militant operation that was the part of this whole story. So we still have to wait, but we know that there has been a history of BLA targeting Chinese establishment, Chinese individuals, their officials, and their work along the Gwadar corridor that China has been building as part of its Belt and Road Initiative in Pakistan.
We know that, Abhishek, in the past too, China has pressured Pakistan to offer more security for its diplomats that are in the country. This is after 2021 when a suicide bomber killed 9 Chinese and 4 Pakistanis in an attack in Pakistan's volatile northwest area. But can you bring us more context? What are we learning right now about Chinese authorities' responses to these incidents?
So apparently there are reports that Chinese Consulate General in Karachi and Pakistan, they have urged Chinese nationals to maintain high vigilance and strictly control their movement outside because of this current attack that has just happened. And also, as in the past, China has raised the issue of security. So now we know that the convoy which was traveling along the Gwadar road, that was under heavy security. The vehicles were bulletproof. So there has been visuals which has been released, and it shows bullet marks on some of the vehicles. But then these vehicles, those bullets did not pierce the vehicle. So apparently there has been no major injury or any casualties from the group of engineers, those who were traveling in the convoy. And the security forces have been able to eliminate 2 militants in this operation. So that has been the version of government in Pakistan. We'll still have to wait for the final confirmation whether it was an anti-militant operation or it was an attack by some militant along the Gwadar region, because in the past also that the region is very much dominated by Baloch Liberation Army or other militant groups who have been asking or demanding the rights for Baloch people and the development for them. And in the past also, as you mentioned, they have been targeting Chinese authorities and their company and their work. But this time also it looks like some major attack, but we still have to wait for the confirmation how big the attack was, how many people were involved, and who and how many casualties happened.
Abhishek, seemingly too early, as you're saying, to confirm details when it comes to this particular incident. But Abhishek, can I ask you to walk our audiences down history lane? I know there was also an incident where a Chinese national who was working on a dam was arrested by police. This is on the blasphemy laws. Apparently he'd insulted a colleague for the amount of time he was taking out to pray. But that incident came after another such incident. So can you bring us context, just walk us down the history lane when it comes to incidents like this that may have taken place in the past?
Because of the Pakistani establishment and their kind of discriminatory attitude towards certain region in the country, especially in Pashtun region and Baloch region. There has been many factions or many groups who have become militant and anti-government, and since they know that attacking Chinese establishment or any single Chinese national would make a huge hue and cry in the politics of Pakistan, and the Pakistani establishment will be asked by the Chinese officials, by the Chinese government to work on these issues. So they have apparently tried to target Chinese national in the past also to make it a larger issue, because if Pakistan has anything that can impact its polity and military establishment both, it is the Chinese establishment, and anything that impacts its interest in along the CPEC, that is the Belt and Road Initiative that China has been building with almost $50 billion of investment, and that would give Chinese government access to the Gwadar Port, and through which it can connect to the other parts of the world, especially Central Asia, Europe, and other parts. So Chinese interests have been targeted to irk Pakistan establishment, and that has been the strategy of these militant outfits who have been working in this region of CPEC.
Abhishek, thank you for those details. We're sharing with our audiences a video that was put out by the Balochistan Post, I believe. We'll bring you more context on this story as we receive more confirmation details, particularly from Pakistani authorities.